Hello everyone and welcome to Cryptic Chronicles, where we bring you some of the most unsettling, eerie, and creepy stories from around the world. Today's story takes us deep into the heart of Kentucky. Beneath rolling hills and dense forests lies a network of ancient cave systems, dark, uncharted, and filled with secrets. For centuries, these caves have been the subject of local legends whispered about in hushed tones. But in August of 1955, something emerged from the darkness. The Sutton family, living on a quiet farm in Kelly, Kentucky, became the target of a terrifying encounter that would haunt them forever. A tale so perplexing and eerie, it has baffled experts and terrified locals to this very day. Join us as we delve into this eerie tale of the Hopkinsville goblins and the mystery that still surrounds it to this very day. The Sutton family was well aware of the cave systems that dotted the landscape around their home. Locals often spoke of the caves with a mix of fear and reverence, places where one could easily get lost, where strange noises echoed from deep within. But for the Suttons, these caves were simply part of the land they lived on. Elmer Lucky Sutton, a practical man, had no time for ghost stories or superstitions. His wife, Vera, focused on raising their children and keeping their household running smoothly. On the night of August 21st, 1955, the Suttons were hosting their friend Billy Ray Taylor and his wife. Billy Ray, always eager for adventure, had gone outside to fetch water when he saw something he couldn't explain. A bright, metallic object streaking across the sky and disappearing near the entrance to one of the caves. He rushed back inside, but his excited account was met with skepticism. After all, what he described sounded like something out of a science fiction novel. But as the night wore on, the Suttons would realize that Billy Ray had seen something very real and very dangerous. It started with an unsettling silence, the kind of silence that makes you hold your breath, your heart pounding in your ears. The family dog, usually brave and protective, began to whimper and retreat under the porch. Then, from the shadows, they emerged. Small, goblin-like figures with large glowing eyes that reflected the faint light from the house. Their skin, slick and metallic, seemed to shimmer in the darkness. These creatures didn't walk. They glided, their long limbs moving in unnatural ways, as if they were testing the air, sensing their surroundings. The Sutton family, now fully alert and terrified, could only watch in horror as these beings approached the farmhouse. It was clear these creatures were not human. Their eyes were too large, their movements too fluid, too deliberate. And then the realization hit them. These beings weren't just passing through. They were exploring, perhaps hunting. The family scrambled to lock the doors, grab their rifles, and prepare for what felt like an invasion. But no matter how many bullets they fired, the creatures would not fall. They would only retreat into the darkness, only to reappear moments later, as if they were playing a twisted game. And then, just as suddenly as they had appeared, they vanished, slipping back into the night, leaving the family in a state of shock. But the horror was far from over. As the days passed, the Sutton family began to experience strange occurrences that made their blood run cold. The creatures returned, not once, not twice, but over several nights. Each time they seemed more brazen, more curious. The family would hear strange noises coming from the caves at night. Low, guttural growls and high-pitched screeches that echoed through the darkness. It was as if the beings were using the caves as their base, retreating into the earth by day, emerging only at night to torment the family. The creatures grew bolder with each visit, approaching the house, scratching at the windows and tapping on the walls. The children were terrified, unable to sleep, while the adults grew more desperate with each passing night. They knew that these beings were not simply passing through, they were being studied, perhaps toyed with. And the worst part? The creatures seemed to be getting closer, as if they were trying to find a way inside. The family's fear was palpable. Their once safe home now felt like a prison. By the time the creatures finally stopped their visits, the Sutton family was a shell of what they once were. Their home bore the scars of the encounters: bullet holes in the walls, shattered windows, overturned furniture. But the emotional scars ran deeper. They lived in constant fear, always looking over their shoulders, listening for the sounds of scratching at the windows. The family reported the incidents to the authorities, but the police, though sympathetic, found no evidence of the creatures. However, the story caught the attention of the media and UFO investigators who descended on the small town. Some investigators decided to explore the nearby cave systems, suspecting that the beings might be using them as a base. What they found only deepened the mystery. Strange markings on the cave walls, an unsettling atmosphere, and the feeling that they were being watched. The caves, already a place of fear and mystery, now seemed even more sinister. What if these beings were still down there, waiting for the right moment to emerge again? Theories about the beings have ranged from extraterrestrials using the cave systems as a base, to ancient creatures that have lived beneath the earth for centuries, only emerging when disturbed. Some locals believe that the caves are connected to other, older legends, stories of spirits and creatures that have been part of the land long before humans settled there. Could these beings be part of something much larger, something that has been hidden beneath the surface for millennia? The conflicting evidence, the strange markings, and the lingering fear have kept the mystery alive. No one can say for sure what the Sutton family encountered, but one thing is certain: the caves hold secrets that may never be fully understood. But as we ponder the mystery, we must consider the possibility that these creatures are still out there, waiting for the right moment to return. The Hopkinsville Goblins encounter is a chilling reminder of the unknown horrors that may lurk just beneath our feet. What were these beings? What did they want? And perhaps most terrifying of all, could they return? As we close this tale, we leave you with one haunting question. What would you do if faced with a similar situation? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more weekly explorations into the unknown, because sometimes the darkness holds more than just shadows.